I'm Katie Garrett, and I've been here in Alpharetta since 2021, joined Alpharetta Methodist in early 2022. This is actually my second time here. So we do have 3 children. I have a son who is 43, his name is Matthew, and I have a son Seth who's 40 and a daughter Rachel who's 37. Between all of them, I have 8 grandchildren. I was at a K. Arthur women's conference when I was 30 and had an altar call, and once again answered the questions and accepted Christ again. And this time I was ready. The first time I felt very warm and very close to God. The second time I felt that He sort of picked up my head and said, okay, it's time. There came a time when God pulled me out of a very dark place when my little daughter was 2 weeks old. Contracted a disease. We didn't know what it was. She went down to Scottish Rite. She was near death. They were trying to rule out meningitis, and they stuck her back 5 times, and they couldn't get a tap, so they couldn't rule it out. Well, at that point, I was so tired and desperate. I remember lying in the bathtub, crying that night, and I finally said, God, okay, if you need her, you have her back. You take her back. I'll be okay. It's your will, not my will. And after that, I felt the biggest sense of calm. And the very next day, actually, the doctors isolated the virus, got the right medicine in her, and she's now 37. There's so much out there for us if we can just do what Jesus would say and try to act like the people that He would want us to be, and for me to be my best self, which involves telling people about my faith, which is not very easy sometimes. But I think you have to. I think you have to. There's something in everyone's story that's going to speak to somebody else. Our neighbors who come from all walks of life. We've got Jewish people, Catholic, people that don't go to church. There's lots of kinds of people. And there's a little group that gets together for dinner every week, and it's an interesting group. Protestants, Catholics, and Jews. And so we all end up talking about our faith. We have a neighbor that we helped recently with some medical things, and I've spoken to her, and you have to understand who your audience is. She doesn't know Jesus, but I've spoken to her about my faith life. We helped her quite a bit, and she was not able to pay us back, but every time she turns around, she says, thank you for helping me. I know you're good Christian people. And we didn't do it to be good Christian people. We did it because she needed help. So I think that when God is speaking to you about perhaps saying something, say it. Don't be afraid. And it's the fear, I think, that paralyzes a lot of people about their faith.